Hey, remember when I said that I would do a side series at the same time as the main one? Well, we've been so active on the main one that I haven't gotten to this in a long time. But I'm back. This is episode 1, but if you've been keeping along with this channel for a little bit, this is actually episode 27. There's going to be a channel or playlist linked in the description that's going to be for the Bronze Age Baron, but judging based off of the title, you might understand that this is going to be from the end of the Bronze Age all the way to the end of the current game, the end of the Ashlands. So I've got my setup here. Let's check the skills. I'm pre-elder, and I'm also not really in the swamp other than turnip seeds and turnips and all that, spice rack. But yeah, I'm pretty set up. Got a lot of skills going on here, relatively speaking. It helps to be the one to generally kill everything solo on this world, but I have a few days where I know that the fellas aren't going to be ready to game, so let's just get everything sorted out here. This is the kind of setup that we have right now. Pretty cool, pretty nice. Everything's relatively built up, but there is swamps over somewhere. Ah, there it is. Here we go. So I definitely want to go into the swamps, get myself some poison res meat here. Oh, that's right, maple. I can build a maple. Okay, so thistle should be somewhere around here. So we got plant thistle is here. I believe it's just 4 or 5. Let's find out. So we go crafting. Is it misc? Furniture? Furniture. We already have a maple here. What am I doing? This is a naturally found maple. Anyway, let's go through the portal area over to the swamp. There we go. So if you weren't aware of the Bronze Age Baron series, it's a very ranty series where I just go off and talk about a bunch of stuff. The gameplay and the little bits and pieces that I do are still very relevant, very on topic. But the rants, the conversation, the commentary is all over the place. Generally, just RPG speaking. There are through lines to it, so I talk a lot about very specific things. And I'll make references to previous episodes' rants, which is fantastic. And today, on this new series, it's not going to be that much different. I am going to still talk about rants and such. And it's going to be quite similar in style. Here, let's take the leech out with the axe. Wonderful, we got some recipes here. Let's take this one out just because of the angle. Ooh. I know that there's blobs incoming too, so let's see if we can't take this guy out like this. Excellent. 2 for 1. We're getting all of these recipes. Got a leech here. Whoa. Draugr. Come on, man. Gotta love the accurate, man. Let's read this food. It's getting dark already, which is annoying. Oh, I missed a fine wood bow on my main run. Hey, look, more turnip seeds. How lucky is that? Skeleton archer. So I decided I'm not going to have any particular specialty on this playthrough. I'm just going to do whatever. I'm not going to do swords as much because I feel like there's going to be multiple sword users, or there's going to be a very easily understood sword analysis and guide once we start messing around with that. I do have one sword main in my current Valheim group. This could change. We have somebody else that's getting into the game just now, which is tragically unfortunate timing, because I would have loved to have him be a part of the current run. Whoops. But there's an A-bomb right there. Excellent. But for the next run, it's just going to be fantastic, I mean, truly. Got a Draugr somewhere, maybe? Nope. Okay. So we have this A-bomb here. Let's take it out. Classic style. Oof. The bow level is really low compared to what I have on the group run right now. Okay, let's get the axe level ready. Come over here. Okay, it's free hits. Getting all sorts of recipes in here. Got a Draugr somewhere. There you are. Excellent. And I just want all of this loot. Yes. Alright. Probably be able to chop this. I don't know if this is a regular log. No, it's not. Excellent. Alright, we've got one A-bomb down. One more down A-bomb equals a root harness, which is absolutely huge. Also, I'm not seeing any swamp crypts, which is unfortunate. But then again, this swamp I didn't expect to be particularly large. The fact that I can spawn A-bombs is fantastic, though. Okay, let's get out of the swamp now that it's nighttime. Bronze mace is just so nice for skeleton efficiency. If you have a A-bomb plus encounter or like a star Draugr plus encounter early, some sort of nasty multiple Draugr, like one of them's an archers, and you got skeletons coming up on you as well. It's really bad to just be able to or not be able to one-shot them. Just like getting rid of skeletons really cleanly with the mace is really important. Alright, let's get out of here before a wraith descends. While I do like hunting wraiths early, I'm not interested at the moment. That was a really good first swamp run proper. Got a bunch of good stuff, bunch of new recipes. Let's go back, get the rest in, and then I can start talking about whatever rants I was thinking of. Okay, storage. Got some good stuff. We have a proper storage house over here. Let's see, we got wood and resin. Wow, I have a ton of wood. That is excellent. I need to be able to put the ancient bark somewhere else. Put it in here for now. Okay, mob drops. That is excellent. Bones. Let's organize this a little bit better. That looks good. Let's put roots in here. Ooze can go in there as well. Guck can go in the resin area. And then these can go inside with the food area. Pardon me. Okay. Let's put this here. Blood bags here. Good amount of blood bags. And then plant stuff. We have sort of a seed bank. I don't want to put them with the fish. Just put them here. Okay. I should make some sausages. One of these. One thistle. That'll cover this jerky when it's gone. And I also want to make a potion. Let's do a medium healing. Need raspberries. We're running a little bit low on raspberries. And then I need a dandelion. Have it. Okay. Let's do sausages. Cool. So throughout the last series, I talked a lot about trying to be like for the simple gamer, just like trying to get your pro-consumer tendencies. You know, a lot of people are saying some shill shit, and I'm not interested in that. Trying to keep it real. And I encountered some interesting stuff that was like a half call back to reality, and then also half shill and just out of touch bullshit. So it was interesting. There was this huge Twitter thread, which, you know, I don't browse Twitter. I have a Twitter account just for Valheim news, but I don't browse actively. Like, why would you? And it was about Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy. I love the series. There's a lot of cool shit to be had there with some of the games. Big downfall recently, and I mean, they just cut out $140 million worth of projects. We got some good news that Final Fantasy IX Remake is almost certainly not one of the ones that are cut. Some people were out of their mind suggesting that it would be one of the ones that would be cut. You're losing it if you think that. And we basically got confirmation that it wasn't cut. So that's fantastic. Let's see, I still got a minute left of this mead. Let's make it work. But here's the thing. A lot of the coverage around the modern like failings of the company are really weird. Like, one of them is like, oh, it's because they're exclusive. It's like, yeah, well, other games have been exclusive and have sold way more. So that's not the end all be all. If you make a good enough game, which they were striving to do on several occasions, then, you know, it would be a console deal maker for people, me included. So I don't want to hear it. Just make a good game, and we'll talk about it. Simple as that. And a lot of the bullshit as well that I saw is just strange coping on the financial side. It's like, well, you know, they set their expectations too high. Yeah, that's it. It's just Square executives and the shareholders are just, you know, they're not thinking. They're not thinking right. It's like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about? Is Final Fantasy. It's like the video that I saw said that Final Fantasy VII was like arguably the first AAA game, considering how it is and how iconic it is, how much it sold, how much it impacted. You know, it was cutting edge in like almost every aspect at the time. It was ridiculous, and it is ridiculously good. You know, oh, there's an A-bomb right there. It's not Final Fantasy IX, but it is really good. And so we have this situation where shareholders were being told, and they're being right to expect, that these games are going to be absolute powerhouses, absolute market monsters, because that's just the history of Final Fantasy. And if we're going to be making titles like a new brand, you know, a new name installment like 16, or a 7 fucking remake, which is going to be milked over 3 installments, full price, Man, that should be hella money made for the investors, right? Right? Wrong. Apparently wrong. And, you know, I would be fucking upset if I were an investor. And, you know, their stock plummeted 25% the summer after 16 came out. And shit didn't help when Rebirth came out. It's like, oh no. And why is that? Why is that? Well, you can't blame anything else other than that they weren't very, very good games. They just weren't very good games. The amount of people saying, oh, it's Game of the Year for me, Game of the Year for me. Hold that pure turn-based fat L of Baldur's Gate 3, 10 million copies. Hold that. Hold that. Enormous loss. Hold it. Enjoy it. You deserve it. Fact is, that game, people lied about that game too. They said it was complete. No, it wasn't complete. Upper City isn't in Baldur's Gate, or wasn't in at launch. I don't know if it's in now. And, you know, it's not even getting any new content anymore. So it might never be completed the way that the devs wanted. We might never be getting Definitive Edition Baldur's Gate 3, which is what I've been waiting for my really good run. And still, it deserves so much praise. And it deserves so much because at the base, it was a fantastic game with hundreds and hundreds, maybe even base thousands of hours to get through of wonderful content. And because of that, it rightfully deserved to go and just start sweeping the Game Awards like it did. Alan Wake got some. It deserved some. Final Fantasy 16, I predicted it would get soundtrack. It got soundtrack. That's all it got. That's all it got. But that's all it deserved. It is what it is. Ooh, A-Bomb Trophy, do I want that? I don't think so. Whoops, I didn't even mean to. Ooh, I think this character I should focus more on. Well, I'm investing in axes towards this. I'm trying to think. I don't have any levels in swords, but if I invested in swords, it would be guide efficient. But swords aren't very complex, right? Oh man, this is tricky. Ah. Come here. I definitely want to invest in maces heavy. Oh, something just died to a leech. More turnip seeds, bro. It's difficult. I want to keep that spawner alive just because it's going to be super easy to farm. Let's take you out. Yeah, I should invest in heavy in maces. Axes should be just standard. I think I'll keep that relatively basic. See how Ashlands, you know, see how that ends up being as just a swap rather than the main option, if you know what I mean. And then I'll stick to bow and gear side. I think maybe I'll convert this character into a club sword main. Club and sword, just pretty classic. Yes, I'll still use a bunch of two-handers, but having that shield option as a main option, I want to test that out because historically that's been a little underpowered. Sure, it'll get shit done at a very basic level, but actually comparative domination wise, not as much. Really not as much. Ooh. My bow skill's a little lacking. Do I have quality 4? Quality 3. Quality 3. Why is that quality 3? What is wrong with me? Did I never make the ads in my run? Whoa. Of course, here's a good example why the ad gear is as good as it is. The mace it just would not be as consistent. I could do that at gear at whatever health level, but if I was at low HP, being able to parry shit with mace is no-go some of the time. You know, at gear just overperforms its level at all HP, and it will dominate proactively. Whereas if you're going to rely on a reactive parry, there's just going to be so many situations where you get behind, get swarmed, and these so many situations might be rare bit by bit, but if you got a lot of rare situations, you're going to run into one here or there. It's going to happen. So yeah, at gear way too consistent. Proactive strats in general. Of course, eventually we'll have Frostner for that. And so the shield will be the cherry on top, in which case we'll have a grand old time. So that's very exciting. I'm interested to see how Ashlands is going to go. So, Club Sword is going to be curious. I don't know if any of the other one-handers are going to be too interesting, but I know that sword, also, of course, we're getting into the two-handed options there, so that might be interesting too. Once you get Mist Lands and above, of course. Okay, we've got some good shit here. I should put away the food stuff first. Here, we can eat that finally. Some of this. We've got a shit ton of blood bags from that trip. More mushrooms is always good. And now we have just the ordinary loot. Let's get back to the ranting side of things. So, yes, the games weren't too good. Final Fantasy 16, 7 Remake were just, you know, not worth most people's times. And, well, what happens? What happens then? We have a big problem. It's not worth too much people's times. So they're cutting out $140 million worth of IPs and side projects. Ooh, doesn't that hurt? Yes, it does. Here, let's get some deer hide too for the bow. Well, what happens? Oh, I need more deer hide, I think. What happens is we are completely discarding the old formula of, hey, let the really good, really successful big AAA titles or marquee titles fund the experimental shit, which can become their own series. Interesting. That used to be the case. And now they're not even learning from the experimental series. It's like, oh. Uh-oh. Big problem. We're not even learning from our past on the side. What we did right on the side. That we could be incorporating into the main game. Because we already did somewhat action-oriented stuff on the side. Huh. Now, of course, I mean, what I mean by this is Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time. The way that there were so many good options in the different AI schematics. It's like Gambits in Final Fantasy 12, but a little bit less complex due to the DS and Wii requirements of the systems. And all of these things in place where it's like you still have really good Gambit system. You still have really good AI here and there. Okay. That's fantastic. Maybe you think some of these future games that have no party system could work with that good AI. And we could have a more advanced solo experience that would be even better than what people would make fun of it for, being Discount Kingdom Hearts. And no, they didn't learn from that. They said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not even going to try to do that. Forget Final Fantasy 12. We're not even going to be Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time with Final Fantasy 16 or 7 Remake. Yes, you can switch manually your party leader and personal action from character to character in 7 Remake, 7 Rebirth, all that. Yeah, that's cool. However, when you're not using those characters, oh boy, problems occur. Problems arise. Here, let's put these, we should have old stuff somewhere, right? Do we? Maybe not. Do I have an old stuff cart? Did I just discard it? Here, let's just put this in one of the carts. Let's join one of these too. Let's put this in here for now. But yeah, we have these situations where we're not learning that smooth combat loops in terms of control, where you can use special abilities that actually matter, interacting with the not only the enemies but the environment, with certain aspects of support and some control, actually leads to a cool and fun combat loop. Which, I mean, we have that in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time through using special moves that knock enemies down and ignore defenses, or just casting spells that will affect, like gravity or blizzard, the more common one, freeze them in place, get your combos off. And so people who are action oriented, who have actually really enjoyed previous Final Fantasy games and spin-offs that are action oriented, like myself, look at these more modern instances and see, well, you know, 7 Remake looks alright, 7 Rebirth looks alright, but this Final Fantasy 16 thing, a little lacking on the action Final Fantasy side of things. Even for an action Final Fantasy or just action game, doesn't even perk my interest like that, and that's also very disappointing. And so, of course, it didn't sell because of the quality of the game relative to other installments in the series in the past, which obviously the industry and the studio should have learned from. But also just, I mean, not only them, but like from other studios too, other action RPGs that have like great systems of control baked into them, that have done so for years, at least on the Frost end. The most common thing ever is just like, oh, you deal frost damage, oh, it's going to slow some enemies down. Wow. It's so basic, yet it's so effective. It's such good, simple, basic design. And it's just not used in that game. It's shocking. Let's go back into the swamp. I'm trying to kill more A-bombs. I want that root set. And we have this situation where I'm just so confused. How do you not learn from the past installments of your own series? Like, you've been evolving your series up to a certain point, and you just refuse to not just like take steps forward and just leave it be. You always have to take steps backwards too. Oh, we're gonna go forward on our model from Final Fantasy 13. We've got staggering, except you have a real party, you have action combat, you can manually shift which party member you're going to be able to use this time and that time. But we're not going to give you as good AI as previously. It's like, no, why? Why are you doing that? Give me better AI. What the fuck is the point? Let the party shine. Bad AI has been the scourge of people's critiques for a long, long time. And yet somehow we're failing. We're failing to recognize this, that people fucking hate bad AI in games. And bad AI in terms of party members with good character arcs that you legitimately care for, people that you see go through these wonderful, emotional, yet like beautiful, like touching character arcs, and you emphasize and sympathize with, and you try to get immersed with, and all of a sudden they just suck ass on the AI side of things. Like, no, that takes you out of the whole experience. Bad AI is atrocious, and considering that there used to be impeccable AI systems, it's unexcusable. It's completely unexcusable to have in these modern Final Fantasy games. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Final Fantasy 12 was, what was that? When did that come out? Like 2004, 2005, something like that. When did Crystal Chronicles: Axis of Time came out in 2009, and Final Fantasy 16 and 7 Rebirth, like that was 2023, 2024. So they've had a long time to sit on it, to understand, to research the past, and we've just totally disregarded that. I understand to make the conscious choice to be like, okay, well we're gonna go action instead of this. It's like, okay, you know what? I like good action games. I really do. I'm all for it. I love action RPGs. I've got over 1,000 hours in Elden Ring. I've been making videos about that for quite a bit. I love it. I love it. Here's the thing, you gotta make it good, you gotta make it worth my while, you have to make it seem like you understand development. You have to make it seem like you understand how games work and what I'm expecting over time with what people have been putting the work in your own goddamn studio. Jesus Christ, how fucking disrespectful, not only for the audience, but the other people who worked on the studio in the past. That is ridiculous. And I won't accept it. I won't support that. I thought we had an A-bomb, but it was a Draugr. Are you a 1-star? No. Oh, good. Now, here's the thing. They're not getting that much money, and we've correctly identified, when I say we, I mean, I hope other people in the audience have too, correctly identified that the source of the problem is that the games are lacking in quality. Just period. Games are lacking in quality. People are not going to buy a console for that. People are not going to just buy a game for that if it's going to be $70 fucking. No. And, well, what's the solution? What's the solution? There was a YouTube channel which had this Twitter interview. We're finally getting back around to the Twitter interview. And this Twitter interview said that, oh, the solution is people are putting money into live service games. Or somebody, I think later on in the video, because I had already closed the video, because this actually entertaining that was a fucking ridiculous idea. The other solution was bumping up the games up to like $150 or some shit. I don't know if that's actually the case 100%, but people were saying in the comments, like, I'm not gonna fucking buy this bullshit for $150 fucking. That's ridiculous. And I completely agree. You have to make a game that is notably exceptional for it to be that price. And it has to, I mean, if you give me an actually good, 2-star. If you give me an actually good, like 7 or 9 remake, and there's like 3 installments, and like there's a sequel, and you bundle it up with some bonuses and everything, it's like, oh my god, so special. Give me a real fucking strategy guide with all the missables, an actual strategy guide, for the love of God. Real guides take time, but my god, the devs have the time. So give me an actual strategy guide, just like the old days, like a book on the back of the fucking PS2 cartridge or PS1. Give me some real shit, and then maybe I'll spend around $100 if it's on sale, because I'll probably wait for it to be on sale. But good fucking god, you need a lot for me to spend upwards of that types of money. I don't want to fucking beat that horn just like everybody else, but personally, financially, I'm doing okay. But do I need to fucking even say the 3 words that everybody's thinking in this economy? Do we even need to fucking say those 3 words when people try to say bullshit like live service or $150 $50. Do we even need to fucking utter the 3 words that are kryptonite to all these dumbass motherfuckers trying to say, oh, well, you know, our shitty ass games, don't you want to get them? Don't you want that? You know, in order to, you know, we're just going to keep our games the same, but we're going to increase the price, right? Right? Or we're going to keep our price the same, but we're going to give you less game. Don't you want that? Don't you want that? No. You scamming ass motherfuckers. No, I don't. I don't want that. I'm going to relax. I'm going to keep on keeping on with what I got right now. You know, my $20 Valheim that only appreciates in value, that only additional people are getting into, that are my friends already, IRL, that I can talk to, have a chat with, have a great time in person and in game, so that I'm not fucked over if, say, another pandemic hits. You know, I have shit to do with people online. I'm not gonna go insane staying indoors, right? I wasn't anyway, but still, I'm safe, because I got shit to do with my friends. And if there's going to be situations at the house, I don't know, whatever it might be, work being done or this and that, who knows? I can go outside too and hang out with my friends and still talk about the games that we love to play together. Because the game is good enough that it's drawn people to it in significant numbers, that even so many of my friends have been trickling through, joining update after update, even if they've been taking so fucking long, even though there have been some hiccups along the way in terms of certain game design. It still draws people in. Enough people that my IRL friends are interested. And that we have a good base community within a community. We can interact however which way we want. And I don't have that with Final fucking Fantasy, even though I should. I don't have that with so many other types of games. And if the answer isn't making your game fucking good enough, it's a bad answer. That's just a bad answer. Make a good game. Look at this. Look at these mats. Look at these mats. We don't have another dead A. I need one more dead A bell. I mean, come on. Give me another dead A bell. I say I'm already presupposing dead because I can kill these motherfuckers for sport. But, you know, there's something interesting that the guy in the video reporting on the interview, or on the Twitter thread, something interesting that was said. He said, yeah, you know, that's just where the money is. The money is in live service. The money comes from the whales, of which there are a limited amount. Also, live service is way too much of a time investment for those whales, for people to not be saturated in the market. There is market saturation. I think everybody should understand that there's going to be market saturation for anything. And that if you're operating off of a very select few to get your profit margins in, that market's going to reach saturation real fucking fast. And so it's a shit model to get into, especially getting into it this late. That's an awful idea. So live service, it's like, oh, well, they're making money. It's like, okay, well, you fucking won't. Odds are. You know? Good fucking luck competing with Genshin and Honkai now. Everybody's trying to hop on the live service train. Good luck catching whales. Good fucking luck. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I highly doubt it. I mean, there was another thing, which is because of the news that 9 Remake won't be scrapped, the guy in the video, again, just the commentator, was saying Well, this 9 remake, it's going to be turn-based. All the people that didn't buy 7 remake, all the people that didn't buy 7 rebirth, all the people that didn't like 16 because of the combat system, you know, because of their preferences, they better go out and buy 9 remake. They better go out and buy that. Cause it's turn-based, because it's turn-based ETB. And, you know, just because you like one battle system, surely that means you're gonna buy every game of that battle system that ever exists on the market, right? What the fuck are we talking about? This is what I mean when this guy gets into some fucking shill behavior, okay? What the fuck are we talking about? No, you make that shit good, like it has the right to be. It is Final Fantasy goddamn 9 remake, and it better be stellar. And if it's not stellar, if it hasn't fixed the bullshit, which I've mentioned in a video of Final Fantasy 9 changes that I would make. If you haven't fixed the problems, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to get shitty ass remakes and ports. I'm not going to get a Dark Souls remaster type of game where they kept in all of the problems of the old. No. Fix your shit when you make the port. And guess what? Guess what? Guess fucking what? Are you guessing? Surely you know, right? Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters. Oh, it's Raquel Bush. Those games are horrible fucking ports. And they are turn-based and turn-based ATB. And guess what? I ain't fucking buy it. Because they were terrible ports. They actively discarded content that was added from the Game Boy Advance ports that were amazing. If I ever get a DS capture card, by the way, I'm making a series on those games. Fantastic. Final Fantasy 4 through 6, especially 6 Advance. Ooh, spicy. 6 Advance actually did some balance fucking changes for Final Fantasy 6. Could you fucking imagine balance changes for 9? Oh my god. Oh, that would be phenomenal. That would be so fantastic. But if they're not going to put in the actual fucking work and put the respect in to their audience, their customers, and put the respect on Sakaguchi and the teams that have come before, and they don't do this fucking game justice, I'm not gonna buy it. If the game fails and it deserved failure, that's not on the consumers. That's not on the consumers. But yeah, let's go back. Let's revisit the live service comment, because that's just so fucking funny to me. Could you imagine? Let's say that the people who made Kong Skull Island and the Golem game were just one developer, and in the past they've made some real special games. We got a troll here. They made some real special games, some real top quality shit. Ooh, we're stagger locking. If they then made Kong Skull Island, and they also made... what do I want to discard for this? Funks. Then they also made fucking... Ooh, I need the troll hide. Dude. No, I don't. They also made Golem, let's say. Let's just say that. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that 16 or 7 Remake or Rebirth are as bad as those games, okay? This is just a hypothetical so that we can understand how ridiculous the argument is, alright? It's a reductio ad absurdum. I hope you understand that. Thank you. With that in mind, if said developer were to then say, oh, I don't understand. These these solo, single-player, full, complete games, you know, that's just not where the money is. We need to do live service. This is just the Simpsons meme, where the guy's just like, "Oh, is it me that's wrong? No, it's the kid. It's the kids. The kids. And oh, that's all. That's what that is. It's a complete and utter failure to look inward and say, maybe we fucked up royally. Maybe we fucked up royally. No. No. It's just, you know, single-player adventure games, even though Elden Ring is making cash money, even though From Software is doing great, even though God of War Ragnarok just did fantastic, even though Baldur's Gate 3 just did fantastic, even though Alan Wake 2 just did fantastic. Even though all these games did fucking fantastic, like Tears of the Kingdom and all that. No, single player, complete games. No, we can't do that. That just can't succeed. See, we need live service. That succeeds. So what the fuck are we talking about? Totally detached from reality. Totally fucking detached from reality. Okay, now hang on right now. My cat wants to come inside. It's gonna be raining. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, let the cat in. Gave her some pets. It's a nice rainy day now, starting outside. It might thunderstorm soon. Gave her some snackies. She's all cute and stuff. Calmed down quite a bit. Need to calm down. I swear to God, man. I mean, where is shilling getting square? Where is it getting them? Where is it really getting them? It's just making the shills money. It's not making Square money. Square's losing money because of the shills. They're only afloat because the MMO games scene right now is so bad that everybody flocks to 14. And the 14 community doesn't respect Final Fantasy. Otherwise, they wouldn't call 14 Final Fantasy. They would call it 14. But they call it Final Fantasy. They don't see any of the other games as games to play. Most of them. It's just 14. 14 is Final Fantasy. That's it. That's it. And so we're depending on them. Who would immediately leave if a better MMO came out somewhere. They would immediately leave. And, well, Square would be screwed if that day came. They would be completely and utterly screwed. Because they're not coming back for some mainline blockbuster Final Fantasy experience that's going to be a single-player masterpiece. Even if they did make this 9 remake to a degree that it was a console seller, 10 million, 20 million copies sold, those 14 fans aren't coming back. If a better MMO comes out, they're not coming back for that. Why are we trying to be dependent on them? Why are we trying to be chill-tastic, like much of that community is. Tried to give the reins to the same dude that did Final Fantasy XIV, and guess what? It didn't go so well. It didn't go so well. An interesting thing enough is that people don't understand game costs. Development costs can be pretty fucking high. And if a game sells relatively well, it might not mean much in the face of, say, you know, the costs of the game. So people say, well, you know, Final Fantasy 16, that sold well, and given the context of this, that, it did not do well enough, given the costs. And that's what's going to matter. That's why the shareholders are freaking out. That's why everything went down. That's why everything went down. And they got nothing else to blame other than it wasn't a good game. Same thing with 7 Remake, 7 Rebirth. People are not happy. I mean, how do you fuck up Aerith's death, right? How do you fuck up Final Fantasy 7? How do you fuck up a new mainland Final Fantasy? How do you fuck up at this point? I don't understand it. I really don't. Let's make him stir up stew. Ooh, do we want another medium healing fermenting? I think we do. I think we do. Let's go get that. Let's do that. We got so many blood bags. This has been super productive, not only in rent, but also in game. We've been doing amazing. Let's grab some berries too. Getting a little bit low on the raspberries. This is why I'm not making muck shakes or anything. They're technically better than carrot soup, but the cost, economics. Let's see, we got everything there, I believe. Let's fix it up now. Not gonna make black soup either. I want to save up those blood bags for blood pudding eventually. Well, I am gonna use them for the potions, but other than that, I'm not gonna use it for black soup. Check out all that good stuff. Fermenting. Alright. I think I'm going to do what I did with the group, and I'm not going to go above bronze quality 3. I know I set aside enough bronze so that I totally can. I just don't think I will. I think being able to make more fermenters now is going to be really nice. Let's make another fermenter. Ooh, what a good bird spot. Ooh, come on, come on. Shit. Oh! Stairs, torch. Let's jump, 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 jump. Parkour! Yeah! Sweet. Feathers are not in mob drops. Where did I put the feathers? Hello? What? Dude, what is happening? I gotta have feathers somewhere. Oh, I know where they are. Ah. This is me not remembering this bullshit. I've got feathers over here. I've got a few of them. Oh my god. I've got a couple feathers, you know. Jeez, man. Okay, now for real, I should have some good bronze up here. Nope, I don't. I have enough for a second fermenter, and that's exactly what I'll do with it. I'm gonna need to move that forge over here though. 5 bronze. Fuck, storage room. I'm all over the place. I need my muscle memory back for this world. Sorry, y'all. 10 resin, I believe it is. And then 30 fine wood, right? Fuck, I spent a resin. Oh, I'm out of fine wood. Okay, let's put this in a chest cart. Let's put it in a cart over here. And I might as well do this in the morning. Grab some fine wood. Man, time flies when you're having fun and ranting about utter shill bullshit. Could you imagine, though? Could you fucking imagine that type of strange mindset? It's entitlement. It's entitlement. You know, it's like, oh, our game quality doesn't matter. You just gotta buy it, you know. If you don't buy it, we're gonna switch game models. It's like, no, we bought your shit before. Just make a good game again. Just fucking make the game good. Holy shit. Alright. Fine wood. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's actually switch these. We have plenty of oaks. Ooh, I said I'd get a sword, right? Oh, man. Maybe I should go make a quality 1 bronze sword instead of another fermenter. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Hey, 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 hey. I've already killed some A-bombs too. I'll make it up. I'll make it up by grinding at a gray dwarf nest the classic way. The weird thing about this type of setup, me going for like a weird like shield type setup, you know, investing heavy in like maces, swords and shit, is that it'd be exceptional in co-op, and I'm doing it for my solo run. Like, why am I... Okay, maybe I need to... Maybe I should plan this a little differently. What do I want? What is actually going to be good for solo rather than co-op? I gotta put my thinking cap on. I've got to get my noggin jogging. The fuck is going to be good for solo rather than co-op? Also, really low quantity of fine wood from that oak. That's weird. I know running classic two-handers is going to be good. But we're going to see so much of that. We're also going to see a good amount of clubs, solo. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't even know what builds are going to be cool. Maybe I should just go like all-rounder. Just invest a decent amount, grind at Grey Dwarf Nest until I have like 50 and all of the relevant skills. And then just call it a day. Like build-wise, and just fuck around with anything that I want personally. Well, hello. Sir, why did they both run right at me? Look at the deer, man. What the fuck? Where's the fourth one? There you are. Fifth one. Oh my god. The deer approve of my angry rants about Square. The deer approve. Holy shit, man. So many deer out of nowhere. Did I kill one down here? Am I missing some? Well, I'm missing what the fuck? A sixth deer. Y'all. In this tiny glade. This tiny patch of wood. Six deer. Now, I'm probably not going to be able to kill that deer, but I want that birch over there. I forgot how beautiful this general area is. What a peninsula. I mean, what do I call this? What do I even call this peninsula? I don't know. Hella birch seeds, yo. I was trying to figure out names for all of this, but I really don't know. Can't tell you. Let's get rid of that. Okay, I guess co-op, I was trying to go for a ranger build. Alright, so like it was gonna be bow at gear, arbalest, some magic. So that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, mage strats are gonna be absurd regardless. Right? I just have to think about the other stuff, you know. What makes it unique aside from the absurd mage stuff, right? A sword could be a go. I could go for the one-hander setup, just have theory for co-op, maybe. It's tough. It's tough. Mushrooms. Good mats. What a haul. Whoops. Oh, I forgot to put plant stuff away in the other area. I gotta get the bronze though. I need that sword. I think I am gonna go for the shield sandwich sort of strategy. Kind of like what I have now, but like sword mace. It's such a weird concept, but this was like my original theory before I like really dove deep into at gear was shield sandwich. We'll get more into that later. We'll see how it goes. It might be shield wrap as we go along. We'll go around here, right? We'll see how this goes. Inventory wise, hotbar wise. We'll see how it goes. Alright, we'll take this. Take the other bronze. I need wood and leather as well. Hello, pig. Do we need more? Let's take more just in case. Alright. Bronze sword, let's go. Well, at least the axe is going to be good for, I don't know, wood chopping. Oh, I had old shit here the whole time. Let's put that in there. No, it's a tool. It's a tool. It's got to go. Let's grab this. It's got to go in here, right? Yeah. Alright, it's about a... Well, now the sky is looking all weird, because it might be... We have some hella mixed signaling in the clouds today. I'm gonna get full rested one more time. Head back into the swamp. Do just a once around, you know. Fuck around with the sword, maybe start killing A-bombs with this thing. Even though it's quality 1, it's still a sword. It's still slightly faster and therefore slightly more effective against A-bombs. But I need to level that thing up. Maybe we can start parrying some shit. Let's give it a check. And then I think because of the weather's on and off, like storms and thunderstorms maybe, I'm going to then hop off and do some grinding off camera just for swords. Should have killed that bird, oh well. Oh, it's going to be fun sailing again. My friends really love to do portal cheese. They don't find unnecessary sailing interesting in the slightest. Here, let's do this. Let's go. But I like sailing. I like doing scouting. I like charting the route. I like getting everything this and that. And once you get a good sailing route, it's just satisfying. Going back and forth isn't too bad once you have a good route. Oh, I don't have the fucking... There we go. I'm being too fast and loose with my poison res. Almost dying several times. Hope you guys weren't sweating too hard. I definitely knew I wasn't in danger, but I got pretty close. Let's drop that. Alright, we got some decent sword levels already, just for being in the swamps for like 2 seconds, right? Let's keep getting some more. Oh, hello. Ow. Thank you, Roharnesk. The beautiful thing about the sword is that it has no... what is it? It has cleave. Let's just say it like that. It has no multi-target penalty. Multi-target damage penalty. That's it. That's the official term. There's an A-bomb over there. Nice. And, well, what that means is that you can smack against trees or multi-targets, and it doesn't matter. Does not matter. You're chilling. That Draugr's in a fucking terrible spot. Dude, can we not... Jesus, man. There's another one over there. Let's start sniping, man. Come here. I think I'm gonna be less bow, more arbalest. Arbalest, sword, mace, whatever one hand use. Okay, hack him. What is this fucker doing? Let's take you out, just so that you won't mess with me. What is this guy doing? Let's go say hi. We have enough stamina too. Okay. Let's get the stamina back. Okay, free stamina. Isn't that lovely? Love a good overhead. Look at the levels. Don't you just love it? Smooth. And you already know once I get that similar style of levels plus quality 3 sword. Ooh. Maybe I'll go quality 4 sword. Just because the iron sword is so bad. Just want to get up to that silver sword ASAP. Ooh, hello. Whew. Once I really get good levels too, I mean, Draugr have a 50% HP to stagger threshold, so we won't really be... Oh, hello. Well, okay. Accurate time. We won't really be dominating like things like Draugr with sword at the same level, but like wolves, I mean, we'll be doing that gear for that and whatnot, but you know, Fullings, once you get to like Fullings solo with Silver Sword, it's a wrap. You get quality 4 Silver Sword, you just start shitting on them. Like I'm talking like 1-2 dead. Not only that, but like Mistwalker is absolutely incredible dominance in terms of control and DPS. It's pretty solid. You know, it's not Staff of Embers, but it still gets the job done. Staff of Embers is ludicrous, but you know. On one point, it's like something that's thematically like a little meteorite tosser, that should be exceptionally powerful. On the other hand, it's like shit just doesn't compare. A lot of things just don't compare, man. I understand it's like things probably going to be different going into the Ashlands. Nobody tell me. No spoilers. I don't want to know. Other than the stuff in the teasers. I don't want to know. But just going beyond that, just like actually analyzing what's dominant, that's going to be interesting. That's why I want to see Arbalest, swords, whatnot. I just don't want to go in as pure mage for every single character. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go mage with Arbalest and like have my at gear ready. It's like, aha, the new Holy Trinity, you know. It's like, yeah, I could do that, and that's fine, but you know, I don't. That's boring. Okay, let's take that. Let's get the ancient bark. I want to make a root mask now. Gotta get the stone away. Damn, I got a decent amount of stone. Root mask, I need leather for. Root mask. Whoops. There we go. Okay. We've got a good amount of setup here. Tons of items, mats, all that. Good amount of sausages and sausage material. I mean, this is... What is it? It's 24. 24 sausages right there. Yeah. Nice. Let's put these mats away. Pardon me being all over the place again. I am just getting my muscle memory back on this world. But, hope you've enjoyed the rants. I try to be gamer friendly, good analysis friendly, consumer friendly on this side of things. And next episode, we're going to get even more bronze. Oh, yes. And we're going to upgrade the hell out of this sword. We're going to get some levels in the meantime. But, we're going to get strong as hell. And then we're going to upgrade that sword. And we're going to be styling. And yeah, shield sandwich. I'll talk more about that next time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.